Yeah. Okay, so I think we are live now at the moment. So, first of all, I thank you for being here with me in your busy program, I'm sure about, and for sharing your Toltec wisdom and to the world and also to my country, Czech Republic. I really appreciate it. But before I give you a word, so I will introduce myself for those who don't know me at all, because I am a passionate promoter of meditation lifestyles as well as I am a Buddhist meditation teacher. So through my meditation, I help people to achieve the inner peace. I show them that meditations are for really everyone without difference, and the attention director within has a great overlap into the outside world to improve life in all areas. So now it's your turn, and please introduce yourself briefly. If you no one knows you, which I doubt, but you can say about you what you want. So
yes, my name is Don Jose Ruiz. I come from the Eagle Knight lineage in the Toltec tradition. My father wrote a book called The Four Agreements, and I follow my father's footsteps as my family. And I also now with my brother sharing all these beautiful tradition that is in my heart in our modern times.
oh, nice. So please tell us, how was your life journey? For example, how did you get into the Toltec wisdom? So is your family like origin from Toltec? I know about your grandparents who were healers of ancient Toltec wisdom. Yeah, right?
Yes, we can count back 7 generations of Toltec traditions, even before the Mexico was called the New Spain, you know, and then my great grandfather became the first Nahual in the New Mexico tradition. And this is when the Nahuals came back to birth. And in these times, because of the conquest, the Toltec tradition, the elder tradition got mixed with the Catholicism. So my grandmother came from that also tradition to use the power of faith, because everything in the Toltec tradition is beyond words. It's no words. Like today of age, you see spirituality, like self-help, motivation. But the magic of the Toltec is always been the power of intent. That's why we're so connected to all the traditions in the world, especially the Buddhism. We're very connected because we feel from the inside. Also, the Hinduism, the Egyptians, you know, we know that life is very short, but at the same time, we are the same soul in everywhere we go. So I was born in a world of magic where we believe in ourselves. But of course, you know, I believe into this new generation, this new dream, and pure pressure, the dream of the planet, the dream of suffering gets us all. So, like our elders say, I send my children to the jungle. If they make it from the jungle, they get my seat. But if they don't, the jungle eats them alive. And believe me, sister, the jungle almost got me many times. But I finally made it because I'm grateful to be alive. And once you're grateful to be alive, you begin to sharing the medicine. What medicine? The medicine that you overcame. Like Rama says, the Toltec dream doesn't stay in one place. We keep evolving according how life keeps evolving. And if we stay in the past, we're putting the Toltec tradition to sleep once again. So my father in the 1980s began the journey with my grandmother completely, leaving the medical field, but also getting science and the Toltec tradition and mix and get all the superstition away. And we get the most closer to the truth as best we can describe it. Because the word Toltec means artist, artist of the spirit. It's not a religion, it's a way of life. And when we wake up into this beautiful dream, we know that everything's an art. So this is the Toltec tradition. It's not a religion. It's a way of life to be grateful to be alive. And it has passed down in many different generations.
Yeah, that's very nice how you describe, because I never heard like that. Because some periodics say that Toltec is just a myth, yeah, and that never exists. So, what do you say about it?
Well, you know, everything's story. Everything's a
Yeah.
myth. Like I'm a Toltec born in 1978. I don't know if anything's real. The dream of the Hinduism, the dream of Buddhism, the dream of Catholicism, the Christianity, is all a dream that gets mixed with politics and personal importance and ego. So I get the best that I can. So in the Toltec tradition, it's all about religious. So there was come a period of time that they think that the Aztecs knew the Toltecs, but they didn't know because the Aztecs only knew the a little avenue they think is tombs, and that tomb they think it was the avenue of the dead. But the Aztecs never really knew the Toltecs. The pyramids of the Toltec got discovered in the 1900s. So there's a lot of different stories, but in reality, who knows? Who knows what's true, what's not? But this is the beautiful part. When we wake up, we know that this is the art that we live in life. And this is something that my family has been passed in many traditions. Because when you want to learn from the sacred teachings, you don't go to read books. You don't go into the sacred sites. You see how it is evolving in the families. So you can see the Toltecs still living. You can see the Olmecs still living. You can see the Mayans still living. You can see the Incas still living. You can see the Native Americans still living. You can see the Buddhists still living, because that sensation never ends, because it's in the people. And it's the kindness that we treat Mother Nature with, because we are here to service to Mother Nature. So in the spirit of life, there's two paths. To believe in yourself is powerful, but to believe that you're better than somebody else, that's personal importance and ego, and begins the war of the gods. And this is where the spirituality gets corrupted, because in this point, everything is spiritual. So everything's a myth. Everything's a story. Even what we believe in ourselves, you know, some people play musical fields, some people play romantic, some people, but what we see in the mirror is not our real selves. And that's why many people have problems detaching. They think that there are there, that they even believe in reincarnation, which is not truth in our belief. We don't resurrect to see that we're somebody else, because that's the survival to embrace fear, to, you know, to not die, because this is what people are afraid of, to die. But for us, we're dead to the moment we're born, because we are the angel of death. Like in the traditions of the Book of the Dead, it teaches us how to become alive, and there's no I, there's no me. It's just I'm life. So in this moment, grandmother told us that in these generations is the return of Divine Mother, when we see even the end of machismo coming to an end. And machismo is the suppressor of all the traditions. And this is the most beautiful thing, when all the genders are becoming one, when the voice of the mother is being respected once again. And in our path of the Toltec, we always give gratitude to the mother. Why? Because she's the portal of the infinite. And when we think, you know, and make ideas, make stories, where's it coming from? Like when we build with our hands, the intelligent mind said, well, I'm building from my mind. Well, okay, who gives an order to your mind? Intent. And that's what we are. We're a ray of light still creating intent. So we can use all the illusions as we want it to be. But the beautiful thing is that everybody has the right to believe the story that they want to.
So tell me once more, maybe, what is the main message of Toltec wisdom? Can you pass this on for the world?
Yes, it's to the measure of the Toltec wisdom is to make our life a mastery of art, because they say that we have all our ancestors behind us and inside of us. And could you imagine if we have this responsibility of having all our ancestors inside of us? How are we going to treat them? Seeing how we have a nightmare? No, we begin respecting ourselves. We begin to return to love, to open our book, and to live with gratitude and forgive ourselves for everything we have done. And forgiveness is not that we ask for forgiveness to the people we hurt, because it's their business if they want to forgive us or not. The answer it is that we will not repeat those things that we did to the people in the past, in the people that we know today and tomorrow, because we have changed. And this is the path of the Toltec. We're transforming all the time. And you know, what a beautiful way to wake up and be your own guide, because only you know what opens your heart. It's about being loyal to you. And once you're loyal to you, you master love. You're a dream master. And a dream master is not the one that can control other people's dreams. No, a dream master is the one that can control its own dream. To death do us part. I am the love of my life. It's the real marriage. And then when I live this way, I will share it with somebody else.